Pakistan's #1 hit music station, Radio1Fm91. As promised to you, Aisam ul Haq live in the studios of Radio1Fm91. Aisam, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here, mate.
Thank you for having me here.
It's so great for you to be here. I mean, we've been watching you, with such pride with all your exploits in the tennis world. We've been seeing you so often on television these days with the All-Bridge campaign, and now you're part of such a fantastic initiative with the WWF. It's a pleasure having you here.
No, I'm really honored to be part of such a great organization. And obviously, we're Pakistanis, second, human beings first. And as human beings, definitely, I think it's our obligation and duty towards Mother Earth to take care of it, to respect it. And basically, मैं तो कहता हूँ कि जिससे अपनी माँओं के साथ प्यार करते हैं, we have to love Mother Earth the same way and respect it.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing, because people try and say, look, we live in Pakistan, we have other issues, we have other problems that we need to think about, but this is something that involves the whole world. Every single citizen is responsible for this. And I think you joining such a cause is a statement to every young person out there that they need to take this seriously.
No, definitely. It's all about creating awareness. I think obviously there are so many countries, there are so many people from different races, different religions. But at the end of the day, we live in one planet, on one planet. And we all have to do our duty, basically. Jaisa bhi hum kar sakte hain. And inshallah, I've taken an oath to do my level best to try to protect our Mother Nature and Mother Earth as much as I can. It's not about environment only. It's about protecting the animals as well.
Of course.
We're all part of the ecosystem. And we have to keep that balance. Or जब चीजें unbalanced हो जाती हैं, तो you see disaster, you see earthquakes, you see all kinds of
after effects, right? There's so many things you don't see because it's just one domino and it trickles through so many different effects.
Exactly.
So it's something that we need to keep a broad mind in when we think about this initiative.
Definitely. I'm gonna definitely plant a few trees myself. I've done it before in the past as well. And try to conserve energy. Pollution jo hai is a big issue. I don't smoke as a tennis player, also as a human being, also smokers ko main kehte bhi to theek hai, it's not easy to quit smoking, but try to avoid it as much as they can. So it all helps the nature and helps Mother Earth, basically.
It's just one single act of green at a time can make all the difference. We're not telling every single person out there you need to go out there and change the world, but just that one act that you do yourself, just one, can make all the difference for us.
Well, baat hui hai, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to do great things.
Exactly.
So one person has to try to do it in their own capacity, jis hum bhi kar sakte hain. And I think definitely this world, inshallah, will be a better place.
Well, with people like you heading the cause, we can only hope for a bigger response. You were just, in fact, at the Daud Public School, right?
Yes, I was,
inaugurated, and they're one of WWF's, part of WWF's Green School program as well.
Good.
So how was that? How was that?
Great experience. A lot of young kids, girls, I actually never thought they would know me, and the way they were screaming, I was actually really surprised and kind of shocked as well. It was very, very sweet. Was there to actually let the people know and aware them about the 31st of March, which is the Earth Hour, basically, to try to switch off all the lights in your houses, jo bhi hain, kya kehte hain, offices, schools, and everywhere. And try to be part of it. I think Pakistan, for us, between 8:30 and 9:30, I said, right? That's what I said. What did I say?
No, you just said they need to turn off their lights.
Between 8:30 and 9:30, sorry. That's the Earth Hour. I think it's a great thing and it's a great cause. I think काफ़ी चीज़ों में पाकिस्तान का नाम, people don't relate it in a positive way. But doing this, I think we send a very positive and friendly image of Pakistan in the rest of the world, that we're right up there with other nations, doing our best to protect our Mother Nature and Mother Earth.
Yeah, it tells the rest of the world that you can look at us whatever way you want. We see ourselves as equally important, and we see ourselves as having just as much stake in this earth as you do.
Yes, definitely.
And for that 1 hour, this is something that WWF's been doing for so long, the Earth Hour, and I feel that just that 1 hour, okay, I mean, we were also used to it all that time ago when there were no UPSs. To get generators weren't a thing. We all had to suffer through it, no matter where you lived or, what your social status was. 1 hour is all we're asking of your time between 8:30 and 9:30. And I think everyone listening in today, everyone who knows about this, should take it as a cause.
On the 31st of March, people.
31st
of March.
31st of March. Aisam has said it. You must comply now. And Aisam, you've been super busy today, all right? You've been all over the place. You, in fact, had a book launch today as well? Yeah, how was? I heard the reception there was.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
definitely would like to thank Angro Food Groups and Alpers Milk and Fia Altaf, my manager. They hosted that event. Went really, very well, very successful. It's about the book, basically lessons learned from Aisam Qureshi on a tennis tour.
Yeah,
I've been playing tennis for past 15 years, and as a Pakistani. And there've been a lot of difficult times, especially after 11 September.
Yeah.
And just my experiences throughout life. For me, it's always been a struggle to reach out to the youth of Pakistan. I'm hardly in Pakistan. So the book was the fastest way and the best way to do it. I spoke to my dad about it. I spoke to my coach, Robert Davis. And we bought a recorder, and I used to record and narrate all my experiences.
Okay, as they went along.
Yeah.
So this is a collection of all of that.
It took us a year and a half, 2 years to compile the whole thing.
Okay.
And there are 12 lessons in it, 12 chapters, basically about life experiences, what I've done, on-court, off-court activities. And I think youth can definitely benefit from it. And I hope, like Sugar said, लोगों ने बहुत प्यार दिया मुझे for 14 years. So I think buying this book, I'm sure they're going to really have a fun read and really enjoy it as well.
Well, as a sportsman, you've been such an inspiration to so many people out here. And I'll tell you what I remember, that one moment. I believe it was the US Open, when you stood up and you like, it wasn't meant to be a speech, it just came from within. But I remember sitting there with my parents watching that live, and the amount of Pakistanis that were standing there with you, even the ones that weren't in the stadium. Yeah, we were all standing there with you when you said those words.
I appreciate it.
And I believe there was I've never seen a better representation of Pakistan by any sportsman than I did at that one moment. You guys were seeded 8th for the Australian Open. You've had different partners, right, for your doubles. Who's been your favorite one so far? Like, not your favorite one, but like, what was your best experience with?
No, I would easily say the best experience has been with Rohan Bopana.
Okay.
I've played the most doubles matches and most tournaments with him as well. I've known him for 14 years now, ever since I started playing junior tennis at the international level.
Okay, so you guys grew up very much.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it made it very easy for me to play with him and to lay things with him on court, because our off-court relationship was really good.
Okay.
Now I'm with a new partner, Roger Julian. He's from Holland, and the reason we split, Rohan and myself, was because of the Olympic year. He wants to play with an Indian player this year to have his chances with an Indian guy in the Olympics, which I totally respect.
Yeah.
Playing with Roger Julian, he has a great game, great personality as well. He's from the half Caribbean, so he's pretty chilled out, laid back.
Okay.
He's a very, very hard worker.
Excellent.
And we both have the same goals. We both want to represent our countries in the Olympics. For that, we both have to be top 10.
Yeah.
And we both know we have to work even harder than before. And like Fazal Karam said, we're both doing it, and I think it's getting better and better the way we're going to carry on playing tournaments.
Yeah.
So far, we have played only 4.
Okay, what's the next one that you guys are
going to Dubai now, inshallah, on Friday.
All right.
And then to States, there are 2 big ones over there. So I'm really looking forward to it. And like Fazal Karam said, the book launch went really well. So now it's back to tennis and
back to what you do best, eh? And all of Pakistan will be standing up with you and hoping and praying that you get into the Olympics, because what could be greater than that? Yeah. And once again, as a reminder to all those of you out there, Eartha. All right, you have to, for that 1 hour from 8:30 to 9:30, turn off your lights. Aisam, like he's told you guys before, believes in this cause, and it's something that relates to all of us. We can't stress this enough, that you need to join in and do that one small bit that we've been talking about. One act of green at a time can make all the difference in the world.
Definitely.
And Aisam, I know that you are super rushed, and we appreciate all the time that you've given us.
Mine,
and in fact, for all our listeners out there, what we did is, when we heard about your book launch today, by the way, we scrambled. I kid you not, right? Our entire marketing team scrambled out there and tried to get a hand of as many copies of your book as they possibly could. So that's going to be for all our listeners tuned in right now. Guys, so Aisam's agreed, very, very nicely agreed to autograph these books that we've gotten for you guys, and we're going to be sending those out to the listeners tuned in right now. All right, Aisam, once again, thank you so much. And an absolute pleasure having you here, and we hope to have you back on Radio 1Fm91 as soon as you're back in town.
Inshallah.
All the best with your career.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thanks a lot.
All right, folks, that was, as you've been promised throughout the day. I know you felt like we were teasing you, but Aisam, he had the time and he made the time for us, and we're so thankful for that, and certainly hope you've enjoyed this live and exclusive interview on Radio 1FM91. In the meantime, we have a couple of commercial breaks coming your way. Shakir Abdeen will be taking over and very shortly as well. Thank you so much for keeping it locked to Radio 1FM91. Back right after this.